Alrighty, we don't have another filler episode for 5 weeks. 5 weeks without filler episodes, and when we do get those filler episodes, that's going to be the end of August marathon. Boom, done. Coming on Monday, no more filler about for another 50 episodes, right? 10 weeks. There we go. So yeah, man, like I'm ready to get back into the canon stuff again. I'm not a filler hater, but I know a lot of people are, and so far I love the piece or whatever her name is. I love that story arc. That like filler my ass. That was great. I love that story arc. So you can kiss my ass with that one. But I'm not trying to be aggressive. I don't mean the way it sounds. I'm just saying like I feel very strongly how much I like that. But I'm trying to think. Is there a filler episode I actually hate? The I guess the mixed filler episode with the bazooka guy, I wasn't really feeling it. Like it didn't make a lot of sense. He's just going to abandon his kids to prove something to his kids. And they didn't talk about it unless I missed something in dialogue. Who was taking care of them? And they're traveling by themselves, so they're traveling across a desert by themselves. No means to live. No, what are they doing for food? Like none of it makes any sense. And I know cartoon logic is you're not. We don't have time to get into like how they made it across the desert without food or income. But I just wouldn't do that, right? Like if you don't have time to get into it, then don't do it. Especially if it's gonna be a really quick. We're talking about that was like 10 minutes out of a 20-minute episode. That's all they put. That's all the screen time they devoted to that. You could have done the whole thing with him without the kids even being involved. You could have flashback the kids. That's his character motivation. You don't need the kids physically there. And you could be like, no, I'm going back to take care of my kids. I don't know. That didn't work for me. So that's the only one. I didn't even hate that. It's the only one that didn't work for me. So this last one, what we had yesterday was fine, you know? I think I'm just tired of them crossing the desert, period. That particular episode, there was nothing wrong with it. Like, I enjoyed it. It was funny. So, hopefully, this episode, we actually get to effing Yuba. So, for the love of God, can we stop walking across this damn desert? So, that's all I ask. I think we will. So, let's get into it. We're going on one. 3, 2, 1. Forgot to refill my drinks. And we're getting exposition, so I'm going to do this very carefully. Right? Now, here's another thing, too. We've got the drought, okay, but what's with this swell that they keep talking about? What's that about? Is that also caused by this environmental magic? Seems to be. But I'm not sure about that. That could just be a side effect. But typically, in most shows, magic has consequences. So, we're still in the desert, huh? Alright. Typically, magic has consequences. So, I'm wondering if that's part of that. Even if it's never stated overtly. Yeah, I was wondering the same thing. Don't you ever jerk that out of my hand again. Anything. It's probably got invisible ink. You ever do the invisible ink thing when you were a kid, or like you too young for that? Because I seriously doubt anybody's done invisible ink in the last 20 years, 30 years. That's right, chomp. So much for that. I thought that was gone. Look at him, he's pissed, man. There you go. Nice. You don't always have it. Hey, that's very nice of her. That's very selfless. I'll try to remember that during Character Corner. Despite the fact that she's still manipulating Zoro with that debt. The BS debt. He told me to keep it, so I'm keeping it. Yeah, I don't know about that either. I do like that he's stubborn. It's one of the things I like about him. Thank God. Effing hell, man. It's taking forever. The reindeer is very happy too, by the way. Yeah, stop being a wimp. Wait, is that ocean? What are we doing here? Oh, wait. Okay. Back to crocodile. Really? Oh wait, that's their minions, right? Not money. Dumbass and incompetent, by the way. This is an interesting location. I like this. I'm just kind of drinking it in. That's why I was being quiet. They do a lot of like restaurants and stuff like that. This is a cafe, but they've had like I would say at least so far in 103 episodes. They've had like half a dozen eating locations. You know, different restaurants and stuff that they've had scenes in and stuff. But we've only had like, for instance, one sword shop. We've had one bar. I guess that could be the similar category. Anyway, I could talk about some other stuff. I just think it's interesting that we keep coming back to that archetype, right? Why don't you slow your roll, man? Damn. You're obnoxious as an MFer. Screw up and you die. Then how about you stop yelling? Yeah, if she talks fast, she thinks fast, she drinks fast. What a miserable person. Really. The hell are you saying, man? Oh, is it like a ballet thing? Wait, this is that shapeshifter, right? Yeah, he's a problem. Klaus, I think it was Klaus was talking about this. People have fighting abilities before they take the devil fruit. So when I was saying it seems like his devil fruit power has doesn't help his ability to fight at all, I wasn't very clear about that. You know, what I was talking about is like if we're ranking devil fruits just on their ability to give you abilities to fight, his would be at the bottom because it doesn't lend to fighting at all. You have to be a good fighter by yourself, which apparently he is. But I just find it interesting that he's ranked higher than people who do have devil fruit powers, and his fruit power doesn't sway that. So in other words, you're telling me he's a better fisticuff fighter on his own without devil fruit powers than people who have taken devil fruits and have devil fruit powers that they use in fighting. For instance, explosive guy, right? He can take a piece of his skin and turn it into explosive. And you're telling me this guy is a better just fisticuff fighter than somebody who can take their skin and turn it into a bomb. I have a problem with that, right? I don't think that's realistic, but I could be wrong. You know, I haven't really seen him have to fight yet. There could be something I'm missing. So, but I'm glad we're getting more of him because, like, he's a character I'm curious about. Damn, man, you better be able to fight. You talk about people like that. Yeah, give us a gossip. I've never met him for whatever reason. Oh crap! There's number three. Yeah, maybe you shouldn't be so distinctive. Maybe cut that three or hide it. You kind of stand out there, dude. This dude's a riot, man. I like him. I just don't know if he can fight, man. So we'll see. Apparently, you want to fight the way you keep calling her hag, man. Them's fight words where I come from. You can't just be going around talking about people like that unless you want to throw hands. I'm just saying. What an entrance. They got their asses kicked. That's what happened. Yeah. Yeah. This Mr. One, huh? He's ripped. I give him that much. Mr. One's about to kick your ass. Well, I'll give him this. He's flexible. He's quick. He can stick and move. So he'll be a problem for a lot of people. Okay, I'm seeing the vision here. But this guy has devil fruit powers, I assume. The hell? Is he a phase shifter? It's hard to tell. Yeah, apparently so. Yeah. This double finger. You ain't killing nothing. Damn, he be calling her fatty. He be calling her hag. Or I guess fatty's the other one. Still, you can't be talking about people like that. Yeah, get your ass back dinner and sit down and quit acting like infants. Really. This is interesting. I'm definitely going to go back through it. This will be one that I rewatched this portion of it because there's a lot of exposition being given here. And of course, I'm talking through some of it. So I'm definitely going to go back and rewatch this. Matter of fact, I think I'll do that before I even give my final thoughts. So after I finish the full reaction, I'm going to go back and check it out. And just kind of reiterate anything I've gleaned from that. Because they were unloading a lot of exposition there. A lot of it's just banter. It doesn't matter if I miss a sentence here and there. But things like what we just saw feels pretty important. And your motorcade turtle is smoking a cigar. That doesn't feel right. Yeah, that's quite the line you didn't cross there. Those lizard runners are interesting, by the way. Creepy. They remind me of those creatures in the first Jurassic Park movie. That could put the fan out and have the fire spit. Those things were deadly in certain circumstances. They look pretty intense. It's been a long walk. Oh wait, I bet this is swell again, isn't it? Really? What's going on? Has it already been taken taken over? Oh yeah, the swell. That's what's going on. Sandstorm. I know sandstorms happen in every desert, but it seems like they happen with more frequency here, and it's probably because of the weather magic. That's what I'm thinking. I don't like it. There's something terrifying about sandstorms. The avalanches too. It's just the overwhelming power of these things. So where the hell are the rebels, man? We walked all this way for nothing? You gotta be shitting me. Man, if we gotta do some more desert walking, I'm gonna be pissed. Where's the water? Yeah, what the hell, man? Boy, that's bad news. At least I think you can dig down to the oasis because it comes from the underground. It doesn't come from rain. Yeah, they're digging down. Yeah, that'll be 5 million berries if you want even a sip of water. Yeah, why do you seem so ominous though? I don't like it. Something suspicious about this dude. Yeah, they must have abandoned it once the water dried up, right? Hey, maybe we want to join, man. Apparently, he's pro monarchy. Okay. Yeah, yeah. That's what it is. He's pro monarchy. Okay, I get it. At least somebody's loyal to the king. Well, crap. Yeah, yeah. We walked all this way for nothing. Maybe you should have sent ahead a raven, or a lizard runner, right? This dude is grinding. Is he the only person left in the city? Man, that sucks. Right, yeah. I get what you're saying. Great. Another city we have to walk to. The opposite direction. You gotta be effing kidding me. Yeah, that's not good. Ah, he's already seen them. Now, see if they shared the information. Yeah, yeah, yes, yes. Make sure the camel gets his damn credit, right? Like, that's the key point in this conversation. That's what I'm saying. Kick his ass. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Kick his ass some more. Yeah. I didn't actually believe that was going to come back and haunt him, but it did. All this walking. Shut up, idiot. His heart. He means well in his heart, but he's a moron. Yeah, we've already covered this. Yeah, he's a loyalist, right? So that's why he was mad when they were talking about the rebel army. That makes sense. But yeah, I didn't think the fact that Chopper didn't share information was going to come back. I liked that it came back. And I guess the camel had even more information, right? Camel's like, whatever. I'm not missing the emotional moment. I'm just caught up in the previous moment. Right, yeah. I like this. But he stayed a loyalist. The dad did, and the son clearly did not. That's very interesting. The son's had it, man. And he always seemed more rebellious anyway. You know, they have a lot of great father relationships on this show. Not many great mother relationships that I've seen so far that I can remember anyway. The one mother we've really seen would rather die than stay there and take care of her kids by just lying for a couple hours until the pirates left. Yeah, we've already talked about that. But she didn't want to, I'm not going to relitigate that. I'm just saying, we haven't seen a lot of great mothers on the show that I can remember. If I'm forgetting somebody, remind me in the comments. But we've seen some great dads. Here's another one. Just, I don't know that he's a great dad, to be honest with you. I just know he's a great person who happens to be a dad. We'll put it that way, because he's a great person. I like it. I like his character. I like the fact that he doesn't like the rebellion. Even though they're clearly that separated. Now, we're making a lot of assumptions. I'm assuming the son's part of the rebellion. I'm almost positive of it. This man out here, 85 years old, is digging a hole to try to get this oasis back going. Yep. Things are tough all over, old man. Oh, crap. That's not good. They're desperate. Yeah, that seems pretty clear. Well, that's what I'm trying to do. If I could find them, if people would share effing information, just saying. Here we are. Okay, give us a good look at this kid all grown up with this scar. Confirmed for a man like me who just has a terrible ass memory. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Let me see the scar. He'll admit it here, and then we'll see the guy with the scar. Tell us who the leader is. That made an old man cry. That means you're going to have to kill my son, though. Look at Luffy. Even the reindeer's pissed. That's when you know you messed up. The only one who doesn't look pissed off is Zoro. He's pretty calm about everything. Yep. Well, too bad the shape is crappy. That is one intense kid, man. I see why he grew up to be the rebel leader, right? I'll overthrow you one day. What if he still thinks about her? I guess he would. If she wasn't the princess, probably not. He has more important things to think about, but she's the princess. So he's directly opposed to her. So yeah, he probably still thinks about her. We ride at dawn. Yep, there he is. I'm not saying I'm a genius. I mean, it's obvious, right? I just like it. Hey, you fight with the army you have, not the army you wish you had. Yeah, pretty much. Okay, so I rewatched all the cartel stuff. Very interesting. I picked up on some details I wasn't really clear on because, like I said, I was doing so much talking and stuff. And the two things I gleaned about this that I didn't pick up on the first time. Number one was they're doing an operation in 2 days. And what's interesting about that is they're collecting the most crocodiles going to be there at Rain Base, apparently. And he's collecting the most powerful people under his employee all together at once. So they're doing something big. And it's happening in 2 days. And the second piece of information is like, a lot of these people, they've been working for him for years, but they've never even met him. And they're about to meet him. So that's a big deal. For him to come out into the open, to enter the theater of battle, and mingle with these people is not something he ever does. So this is a big deal. This is like the accumulation of the he's putting the finishing touches on his grand scheme. I think what they're going to do is they're going to just attack the capital. They're starting at Rain Base, which I'm sure is close to the capital, somewhere for it to impact the. It's probably the next city over from the capital, right? So they're close enough. I think they're going to attack the capital and destroy the king and monarchy and the final phase. Now, why not do that? Or why do this like cat's paw scheme of destabilizing for years? I don't know. So maybe it's not going to be as simple as just like storming the city and storming the castle and killing the king outright. For some reason, he doesn't want to do it that way. And I guess the reason is the world government would find out and he would no longer be under their employ. Like he's playing a double game here. He's got the credibility of working for the government, but at the same time, he's doing all this nefarious stuff. So I guess he can't just gather his powerful people, storm the city, storm the castle, kill the king, depose him, and set somebody up. Because some word would get back to the world government. They would come and investigate. There's witnesses. You can't kill the entire city. Somebody snitch him out, and then he's ousted, right? And he'll have powerful people coming after him. I'm sure the government has somebody powerful that they could send after him, right? He doesn't want all that drama. He'd rather play both sides. So, okay, I think I've talked myself through this. So it's not going to be as simple as storming the castle. So why do you need all these powerful people in one place? That's the question. I don't know the answer to that. But yeah, something big's happening, and the other piece of information I got from that is that they're going to be meeting him in person. So this could be the culmination of years of scheming happening in 2 days. The city probably is not the rebel city. I don't think that was the same name. I think it's a different city, but I think our heroes are going to stumble across them, interfere with the plan somehow. That seems inevitable. So that's interesting. But yeah, I'm glad I went back, and I always do this. Like, look, it's a whole thing, a subgenre of reaction channels is people either the reactors don't talk enough, my camp. Like if a reactor doesn't talk, if they sit there and they're just watching the show for long periods of time, and I'm talking 5 or 10 seconds without saying anything, why did you leave that in? Edit it out. Like, what are you doing? We don't need to see you watch something for us to know you watched it. If you have nothing to add to it, cut that part out. Like that's I'll stop watching a reactor for that reason. So I don't like it when they don't say anything. A lot of people don't like it when they say too much. And they'll be like, "Shut up and watch the show." Well, I edit my own stuff. So for shows that are edited, if I miss something when I'm reacting to it, I see it in editing, and I'll bring that into the next episode. In a full reaction, if I miss something, I'm going to go back and check it out because I can tell. It's not perfect, obviously, but I can tell in most cases this is important, or this. If they're having a fight about food in the background for the 400th time, I can talk over it. Maybe I didn't catch every line of dialogue, but it's fine. But for the most part, I think I'll be able to figure out. Like in this case, this was important for me to know this, right? So I'm glad I went back and looked, and that's what I'll do. So we should be able to have our cake and eat it too, for the most part. If I do miss something and I haven't talked about going back, check it out. Always let me know, of course. Feel free to cuss me out in the comments. But yeah, that's my general approach. See, I make videos that I want to see. And I want to see videos where people are adding to the conversation. They're adding to the video. They're adding to the experience. Because I can watch a show, like for instance, Buffy. I love Buffy reactions. I can go watch Buffy on Hulu. I don't need to you watch Buffy and not say anything about it. So that's just how I feel, right? I know I've been doing this long enough. I know people feel the other way, very strongly the other way. But you know, I make the videos I want to see. So other people, and I guess as some of these other actors I stopped watching, they make the videos they want to see. They want to see somebody just sit there and watch the thing and not talk. I don't know why, but that's what they want. So yeah, it is what it is, right?